It is Game 3 here from Edmonton. Round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs continues. The Oilers have a 2-0 series lead over the Kings. They win both of those games on the road and now are back at home with a chance to put this series out of reach here in the first 3 games. Bouchard recovers it in the corner for the Oilers as they try to get it out of the zone, and they will. Up ahead, here is Zach Hyman. First push, blocker save, rebound, goes to the far half wall. Good look there from Edmonton to start this game, and now a big hit in the Kings end on Byfield, but he's able to survive and get it out. Fiala centering pass, and it goes just wide of Skinner. Nugent Hopkins recovers it in the corner for Edmonton, and they will get it out of the zone. Stretch pass, here's Zach Hyman. Hyman to the near half wall. Anderson disrupts him. Behind the net now, Hyman back up to the point, disrupted, stays in to Hopkins, and now back out of the zone. Hot start, fast back and forth down the ice here in Edmonton. 2-0 series lead for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins has it poked away beautifully, and Adrian Kempe has it. And the Kings able to exit the zone. Here's Doughty bringing it up ahead. Now Kopitar on the right wing. Puts it back to Kuzmenko, down on stairs, and it's deflected away by Skinner, and Victor Arvidsson, the former King, will bring it up for Edmonton. Arvidsson centering pass, Draisaitl on the short side, saved by Kemper, and he'll stop play as we are just underway here from Edmonton. Back and forth down the ice very quickly for both of these teams. But a 2-0 series lead for Edmonton, now back at home after winning their first 2 games in Los Angeles. That one went sent towards the net, and it goes off the skate of Gavranov, and now here's Philip Deneau. Drops it off for Fogle. Downstairs, what a stop by Skinner. Going from right to left. Battle for it in the corner, and Wallman gets free for Edmonton. Second unit in here for the Oilers. Centering pass, they score! Dylan Nurse! And the Oilers are off and running. Darnell Nurse puts it in for Edmonton, and what a start for the Oilers in Game 3. It's very quickly down the ice for Edmonton. And an early start, top shelf they go. Darnell Nurse gets the goal, and Edmonton's off and running here in Game 3 of Round 1. Darnell Nurse's first goal of the postseason, and Edmonton off and running yet again here against the Kings. Battle for it in front of the benches. Gavrikov trying to pick up the loose change. Backtracks a little bit and gets it up to Turco. Helena stays on side, whipped on the shot attempt, goes right to the doorstep, and is poked away by Skinner. Kings keep it in. Gavrikov. Now Jeannot back out to Gavrikov. Battle for it along the near boards. And it floats around into the half wall. Turco there for the loose change on the doorstep, intercepted by Brown, and he turns back for Edmonton. Here's Adam Henrique. Henrique dangles, drops it off. Emerson's shot goes wide. Kulak chases it down, gets knocked down by Hellenis, and here comes LA back out of the pack. Hellenis fields it to Jeannot, working at left wing, centers himself to the middle, stopped by Skinner. Behind the net, Jeannot. Turcotte on the goal line, back up top. Here's Clark on the point, now Hellenis. Turcotte on the wing, right on the right dot. No, off the body of Emerson out in front. Kings keep it in. Turcotte shot goes wide. Reflection, they score! Turcotte puts it in on the follow-up, and the Kings have tied it. What a weird carom off the boards behind the net. It goes right off the backside of Stuart Skinner, and it goes across the goal line and in to tie the game. And Turcotte gets credit for the goal, and the Kings have tied it 1-1 here in Game 3. Deflected off the boards, hit the top of the pipe, and then it just bounced off the backside of Stuart Skinner, who didn't know where the puck was, and into the net. And the Kings have tied us at 1 apiece here very early in Game 3. What a start here from Edmonton. Turcotte's first goal of the postseason. And the Kings tie it right away. Kopitar, good stick from behind by Perry. And Edmonton's able to get it out. This is Jones. Centering pass to Perry. And he couldn't get a clean one off. Loose puck in the slot, controlled by Edmonton. Nurse with a penalty call. The shot, no, rebound. Stopped by Kumper. And a whistle blows. We're going to get a penalty. It's a cross-check called on Brant Clark. And the Oilers are going to go to the power play. A lot of early action here in Edmonton. A power play here for the Oilers. For the first time here tonight, McDavid against Byfield. Draw one by Quentin Byfield, and he will feed it in deep for the Kings. So a power play here for Edmonton as Byfield brings it shorthanded. Good stick there by Skinner, and he's able to get it back into the Oilers' grasp. Zach Hyman to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, good stick out in front. Rebound controlled by Kumper, and he stops play. Minute 32 to go on the power play. 14:28 to go. Opening period tied at 1 here in Game 3. Kings desperate to get a game here on the road against Edmonton. Avoid going down 3-0 in the series. Face-off controlled by the Kings again. They can't get it out. A turnover. They score! Victor Arvidsson! It's a power play goal, and the Oilers are back on top. Bad spot to have a turnover on the power play. Beautiful backhand look by Victor Arvidsson. He scores against his former team. And the Oilers have a 2-1 lead here in the opening period. And what a start to Game 3. Wow. Adam Henrique gets his 4th point of the postseason. Now 3rd on the team. Leon Draisaitl leads the way in points with 6. And just like that, it's 2-1. What a start. Barely over 5 minutes in, and we've already got a 2-1 game. How will the Kings respond as Kempe brings it in? Kuzmenko, what a stop by Stuart Skinner. And he stops play with 14:07 to go in the opening period of play. Face-off in the Edmonton zone, controlled by the Oilers. And Leon Draisaitl will feed it up to Victor Arvidsson, the latest goal scorer. Arvidsson, good, disrupting the inside. Loose puck in the slot, controlled by the Kings. And they will attempt to get it out of the zone. Kopitar battles, Draisaitl takes it away. Ekholm to Bouchard, downstairs, what a stop by Kumper. Barely got a piece of it on the underside of his glove, and he stops play with 13:34 to go in the opening period. Face-off controlled by the Kings. And Gavrikov will get it out of the zone. Philip Deneau taken off his stick by Woolman. Henrique button hooks back to the near side, a turnover. Fogle feeds it in. Trevor Moore to the inside. Good stick by Woolman on the centering pass, and it floats out of the zone. Janmark's got it for the Oilers. Janmark dangles. Woolman shot off a body in front. Brown now tries, and it's blocked out in front again. Oilers keep it in on the point. It's Nurse. Floats to the far side, controlled by Fogle, and the Kings will get it out. And Fogle feeds it in. Janmark will start the break in for the Oilers. Try to center it, drops it off for Henrique, and it floats to Kumper, who stops play again. 12:15 to go in the opening period. Edmonton already with 10 shots on goal compared to the Kings 5. It's 2-1 here in the opening period of play. Hot start to this one. Byfield wins the face-off against Connor McDavid. LaFerriere will bring it up. and feed it in again. Kings playing on their heels here in this opening period despite the one goal that they have. Here's Connor McDavid to the other side, and Emerson couldn't get a clean shot off, and Fiala takes it away. Up ahead, Lafreniere, watch out here, 2-on-1. Byfield dangles, Byfield shoots, and Skinner says no. 11:34 to go, opening period of play. Good look there from the Kings, and Skinner holds his ground. Face-off control by the Kings. The shot goes wide off the windows. Edmondson down low to Kempe. Kempe to the goal line and denied by Evan Bouchard out in front. And here come the Oilers back the other way. Jones up ahead to Perry. Perry gets it taken off his stick. Kuzmenko takes it away, and now a turnover in neutral ice. Kampanen circles back in and takes a big hit. Adrian Kempe's now got it for the Kings, and Kopitar feeds it to Edmondson at the red line. Now Clark. Clark takes a hit in front of the bench. Kampanen takes it away for the Oilers. Physical stuff happening here halfway through this opening period as they continue to battle in neutral ice. Kampanen brings it in. Kampanen centering pass intercepted by Kopitar. Loose puck in the circle. Arvidsson has it, and he is gloved down by Kumper. Just about halfway through this opening period, 2-1, Edmonton has the lead here on the Kings. Face-off controlled by the Kings. Doughty feeds it up to Jeannot. Doughty took a hit. Here comes Turcotte up ahead. He scored the one goal, and Skinner shows off his cat-like reflexes to make the save. Face-off coming in the Edmonton zone halfway through this opening period in a 2-1 game. McDavid wins that face-off. Emberson up the near side. Emberson takes a hit. Doughty up ahead to Turcotte, working with it with Helenius, and that one goes wide of the net. In the trapezoid, Skinner finds it and stops it. 9:34 to go, opening period of play. So after a very hot start to this game, 3 goals in the first 5 minutes or so. Both of these teams starting to settle in now here in this opening period. Face-off control by Connor McDavid. Turnover at the point. Anderson keeps it in. Lafreniere to Doughty. Doughty swings it to Fiala. Fiala in the slot, off a body in front. And here come the Oilers back out of the pack. Nugent Hopkins working with McDavid. That's the wrong guy. Stopped. Doughty takes a hit. Emberson gains control in neutral ice. Battle for it along the near boards. Floats out to the neutral zone. Fiala's got it for the Kings as he backtracks and turns it over to Leon Draisaitl. Zach Hyman takes a hit on the boards. Doughty on the near half wall. Draisaitl behind the net. Looking for a wraparound. Back up to the point. Emberson lets it fly, and it's off the body. Comes to the near side. And Byfield's got it here for the Kings. Battle for it along the boards. And the Kings will escape the pack out of the zone. Fiala up ahead. Laferriere drops it off for Doughty into the lane. Stopped by Skinner, and the rebound comes out to Podkolzin. And now here comes Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl dangles, drops it off. Arvidsson whips on the shot attempt, and the Kings bring it back out. Doughty to the other side, Trevor Moore. Moore to Gavrikov. Couldn't get a clean one off. Moore's got it along the goal line. Back up to the point. Gavrikov. Now Moore. Moore to Spence in the slot. Gavrikov to Fogle. Back up to the point. Gavrikov off a body. Kings keep it alive. And now a turnover here to the Oilers. Podkolzin will bring it up for Edmonton. Podkolzin centering pass intercepted by Trevor Moore. Philip Deneau has it for the Kings. Gavrikov across the red line. 3-on-2 in favor of the Oilers. Good stick there by Wallman. Brown brings it up here for Edmonton. Brown tried to center it, and Gavrikov takes this puck away. To the other side, Kuzmenko. Looking for the center. Takes a hit up top by Ekholm. Wallman feeds it up to Brown. Brings it up ahead on the point. Drops it off for Janmark. Janmark, a shot! Comes to the near side. Kuzmenko's got it. Gavrikov up ahead to Kempe. Kempe poked away, stays on side. This is Clark, down low, Kempe. Kempe in the trapezoid. Feeds it to Clark on the far half wall. Now Kopitar on the wing. Poked away, and it goes again to the far half wall. Brown has got it. Brown takes a hit, and here comes Edmonton. Janmark circles back. A lot of action happening on both sides of the ice. 2-1 Edmonton has the lead as that one floats right through the slot. Perry back up to the point, and Jones back in to try off a body in front. I believe Turco got a piece of that one out in front of the block. On the near side taken away by Evan Bouchard. Turns back the other way for Edmonton. Bouchard shielded by Arvidsson. Loose puck on the goal line. Bouchard intercepted by Jeannot. And here comes Jeannot trying to outskate everybody. Jeannot into the lane. Jeannot scores! Breakaway coast to coast. And the Kings have tied us at 2. Tanner Jeannot just outskated everybody on his way to Stuart Skinner. And it goes to the right side of Skinner, top shelf for the equalizer. Tied at 2 here in the opening period. So Tanner Jeannot now leads the team in points, his 3rd on that goal. He jumps Laferriere. 15-20 mark to go, opening period, tied at 2 here in Edmonton. Fogle feeds it in deep off the draw from center. Battle for it along the near half wall. Hampinen escapes the pack for Edmonton. Perry turns it back the other way and feeds it in deep. 14 shots on goal for Edmonton, 9 for the Kings. Watch out! Jones stopped! And it goes to the far side. Connor McDavid is there for the Oilers. And he wins the battle. McDavid downstairs, denied on his way in. And Deneau escapes the pack for the Kings. Under 4 minutes to go, opening period, tied at 2. Moore drops it off for Fogle, stopped by Skinner. The rebound comes to Ekholm. Battle for it along the boards as it circles to the far half wall. Fogle and Bouchard going at it. Fogle gets knocked down. Good play there by Bouchard. And a turnover at the red line by the Oilers. Laferriere brings it in. Poked away by Bouchard. Laferriere trying to stay alive, and Bouchard takes it away. Nugent Hopkins feeds it to Ekholm. Now Connor McDavid. McDavid's had a few tries in this opening period. McDavid circles the net. Back up to the point, Kulak. Now Emberson lets it fly, goes wide. Rebound, McDavid stopped by Kumper. 2:41 to go in the opening period. Another try there down low by Connor McDavid. And so far, Kumper has held his ground against the greatest hockey player on the planet right now. Face-off controlled by the Kings. About 2.5 to go in the opening period. Turco centering to Jeannot. And he couldn't get a clean shot off as it floats to Arvidsson. Draisaitl feeds it up to Emberson, brings it up ahead, and taken off his stick by Spence. Jeannot leads the charge for the Kings, taken away from behind by Leon Draisaitl. Watch out, numbers. Draisaitl to Arvidsson. Score! Victor Arvidsson for the 2nd time! And the Oilers retake the lead. What a period to start Game 3. Leon Draisaitl tape to tape. He gets the assist. And Victor Arvidsson has his 2nd goal against his former team in Game 3 of Round 1. 2 minutes to go, opening period. What a start here in Edmonton. Already 5 goals, 3-2 Edmonton. Nurse circles the boards. To get it is Henrique. Rollman short-sided stinger denied. And Clark has got it for the Kings, and he gets it out to Kopitar. Adrian Kempe taken off his stick by Nurse. Janmark turns back for Edmonton, and he feeds it in along the boards. Battle for it in the corner. Janmark intercepted, trying to go back up to the point by Kempe. And Edmondson will bring it out for the Kings. Kuzmenko, big hit delivered on his way in. Kempe keeps it alive. Kempe to the point, and Clark off a body in front. We're under a minute to go in the opening period. 3-2 Edmonton. This one fed in, allows for both teams to change. Up top, LaFerriere brings it in for the Kings. LaFerriere looking for the center as he tried to circle the boards there, and Emberson takes it off his stick. Final 20 seconds of this opening period. Kampanen centers himself, fires a shot off the blocker, and it comes to the near side. Battle for it along the half wall. Perry escapes. Back up to the point. Emberson fires, save, rebound out in front, and it skirts to the far side. Final seconds wind down, and that'll do it for a very entertaining opening period of play here from Edmonton. The Oilers have the lead. Victor Arvidsson, the story. He's got 2 goals. We welcome you back to the second period here in Edmonton. The Oilers have a 3-2 lead, very entertaining, and a lot of action in that opening period of play. Let's see if it transpires over here into the second. 1-goal lead for the Oilers. They have a 2-0 lead in the series. Watch out, Ekholm downstairs, denied by Kuemper. Good look there for the Oilers to start off the period. As we continue to just go back and forth in this game, it started off with a 1-0 Oilers lead on a Darnell Nurse goal. Then the Kings tied it with a Kopitar goal, and then it was 2-1 Oilers, 2-2, and then 3-2 is where we stand now. Up ahead, LaFerriere working it down low for the Kings. Back up top, Fiala, shot saved by Skinner. Good look there from the Kings. So both teams with a good look here to start this second period. And both goaltenders holding their ground on open looks for both of these teams. Face-off control by Edmonton. Hyman will lead the charge back the other way. Now Nugent Hopkins taken off his stick from behind by Byfield. Battle for it along the far wall. Byfield gets it out. Fiala. Up ahead, Anderson. Now to the other side, LaFerriere. LaFerriere looking for his center. He gets knocked down from Bouchard. And the Oilers will get it out up ahead. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. Behind the back pass. Tic-tac-toe as they try to get it in. Back up to the far half wall. Nugent Hopkins downstairs. And Connor McDavid is denied right on the doorstep. And here comes Spence back the other way for the Kings. Kempe taken off his stick in the slot by Darnell Nurse, who scored the first goal of this game. What a stop there by Stuart Skinner. 18:06 to go, just under 2 minutes gone by here in this second period. Already a lot of good looks for both of these teams. Face-off coming in the Oilers zone. Controlled by the Kings. Gavrikov to the point and Spence. Now Kempe scores! Adrian Kempe lets it fly! And the Kings have tied it again, this time at 3-3. We just continue to go back and forth. This is shaping up to be a great game in Game 3. And the Kings get the equalizer yet again. And that one just found its way through. He found the open lane. The laser beam gets past Stuart Skinner, and we're tied at 3 here in the second period. 22 shots on goal for Edmonton. And 13 for the Kings. Spence takes that one off of Podkolzin's stick as he tried to bring it in. Kuzmenko to Kempe. Kempe, centering pass intercepted by Podkolzin. And the Oilers will get it out along the boards. Victor Arvidsson, a goal away from the hat trick. Drops it off for Nurse inside. Off a body in front, goes to the far side. Arvidsson chases it down for the Oilers. Battle for it as it goes along the half wall. And Spence has got it for the Kings, and they'll look to get it out, and they will here with Kempe. Kempe brings it up ahead. Crunched along the half wall. And Darnell Nurse feeds it up to Janmark. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Janmark downstairs. They score! Connor Brown! And Edmonton retakes the lead again! My goodness! Goaltending does not exist in this game. What a pass to Brown, and then did he go right between the wickets there? Let's see where this one snuck in. Beautiful pass. And I believe that one went through the legs for the goal, and the Oilers are back on top. It's 4-3. Face-off controlled by Edmonton. They have a 4-3 lead now here, early second period. Emberson lets it fly into the glove of Kumper, who stops play. 16:41 to go in the second. Edmonton retakes the lead. 4-3 is our score. Face-off controlled by Philip Deneau. Emberson gets it out to Fogle. Fogle feeds it in deep. Kulak wins the race for the puck for a moment. Good play there by Fogle, and then Kulak recovers. Henrique taking off his stick at the red line. Philip Deneau feeds it in around the boards. Kulak gets there again there for Edmonton. And a turnover at the point. Deneau takes a hit, turns it back over. Watch out, numbers maybe. Kings do a good job to recover. Emberson to Kampanen, downstairs intercepted by Deneau, and he will attempt to get it out. Watch out! Jones right on the side of the net. Battle for it behind the net now. Perry back up to the point. Bouchard off a body in front. Perry on the doorstep, denied by Kumper. Beautiful look there from Edmonton, and a good job by Kumper to hold his ground on a couple of tries there, not in front for Edmonton. 15:27 to go in the second. 4-3, Edmonton has the lead. The Kings will start the breakout offsides on an errant pass. There's only been one penalty in this game. It came early in the first period. It was a power play for the Oilers, and they capitalized with a goal. Other than that, it's been a clean hockey game to this point. That was our first offsides whistle as well. Big hit delivered on the blue line. And the Kings will get it out. Turcotte feeds it in. Ekholm wins the race for the puck. Battle for it along the boards. Kampanen able to get the loose change out of the pack. Here comes Perry up the near side. Perry looking for the center. Perry gets it in. Perry denied. Right on the doorstep. And Kumper says no. 14:38 to go in the second. 26 shot on goal for Edmonton, 13 for the Kings, and a 4-3 Oiler lead. Face-off controlled by Leon Draisaitl. Evan Bouchard gets knocked down by Fiala. Back out to neutral ice, and the Oilers gain control. Victor Arvidsson able to drag his way back on sides, and then he turns it over. Doughty back the other way for the Kings. Doughty centering pass to Fiala. A shot, couldn't get a clean one off. Bouchard with a good stick there. And Ekholm will feed it up to Arvidsson. A goal away from the hat trick. Putts Colson off the body in front. Victor Arvidsson circles to the center. Loose in the slot, controlled by Kuemper. And he'll stop play with 13:50 to go in the second. Face-off coming here in the Kings' end. Controlled by the Kings. Kuzmenko will lead the break in. Takes a big hit. Darnell Nurse has got it for the Oilers. Wallman up ahead. Good stick there by Kopitar, and the Kings turn back. Kuzmenko takes a hit. Doughty keeps it alive for the Kings. Doughty intercepted by McDavid, and here comes Hyman back the other way. Zach Hyman looking for the center. Back to the point, and Wallman disrupted. McDavid in the slot. Buckered away. Hyman the rebound, and a turnover up top. Good look there from the Oilers again. Good stick by McDavid in center. Kuzmenko's got it. Kuzmenko whips, and Wallman takes it away. Skinner pokes it away. Loose puck in the slot, controlled by Edmonton. And here comes Hyman back the other way. Hyman into the slot. Hyman, a shot. What a stop by Kuemper. 12:32 to go in the second. Kuemper keeps the Kings within one on that beautiful stop. Now a face-off coming in the Kings' end. The Kings win it. Fogle across the red line. Fogle centering pass to Moore. A shot kicked away, the rebound. Controlled by Henrique, and now a turnover. Penalty called, and it's on the Kings. Another power play coming for Edmonton, their second. They scored on their first power play in the first period, now have an opportunity to extend their lead here in the second. A trip is called, and it's going to go on Warren Fogle. This took Emberson out from behind. Good call. Power play for the Oilers, and here we go in Edmonton. "29 shots on goal for Edmonton, 14 for the Kings. Power play here for the Oilers. Face-off controlled by the Kings, and Spence whips it up out of the zone. Darnell Nurse feeds it quickly back in. Arvidsson dangles and can't get a clean shot off. Loose puck in the slot, controlled by the Kings. And Laferriere trying to get it out, and they will. Here's Kopitar, and he's going to bring it up shorthanded. Laferriere whips on the shot. Kopitar the trailer, denied by Stuart Skinner. That one just kind of floated in on Skinner there. Couldn't get a clean shot off. And now a face-off in the Kings' offensive end. Shorthanded, controlled by the Oilers. And Arvidsson will start the breakout now. Henrique takes the hit. Brown recovers. Good stick there on the inside. McDavid pestered a little bit, and the Kings able to get it out. Quentin Byfield loses it at the red line. Doughty keeps it alive. Edmondson, now Doughty. Kings trying to waste time, and now they'll bring it up shorthanded. Inside Kempe, whips on the shot attempt, and Henrique takes it away from behind. Battle for it along the far half wall. Kings keep it in. Edmondson on the point to Kempe. Shorthanded the Kings. A shot denied. Byfield backhanded try denied by Stuart Skinner. Battle for it along the near half wall. Kicks back up towards the point. Race for the puck controlled by the Kings as they keep it in. Good job by Los Angeles to kill time on this power play. Zach Hyman working with McDavid. Good stick there by Doughty. And Byfield clears the zone. Final 20 seconds of this power play. McDavid takes the hit. Draisaitl recovers the loose change. Leon Draisaitl to the other side, and Bouchard. Bouchard downstairs, poked away. And Laferriere clears the zone, and that'll kill the power play here for the Kings. Good penalty kill there for the Kings, and they're back to full strength. Zach Hyman brings it up, intercepted by Deneau in center halfway through the game here in the second period. Fiala floats that one towards Skinner, who ices the puck with 9:53 to go in the second. We're just over halfway through this game now at a 4-3 Edmonton lead. Kings just killed off a big power play there. Face-off control by the Kings. Gavrikov into the slot. Moore, what a stop by Stuart Skinner. Right on the slot. He had a one-on-one look with Skinner, and Skinner holds his ground to keep it a one-goal game. Another face-off coming in the Edmonton zone, controlled by the Oilers. Perry feeds it in. Big hit by Perry. Good play out in front. Jones, he scores! What a look for the Oilers. It's Max Jones who puts it in, and the Oilers lead by 2, and that was all set up by the beautiful play down low by Perry. And it's 5-3 Edmonton. That one might have hit the shaft of the stick of Kumpler, and it just goes into the net, and the Oilers have a 5-3 lead. What a play down low by Perry, who sets up the goal. Max Jones, his second point of these playoffs. 9:28 mark to go in the second, 30-31 in the game. And the Oilers have a 2-goal lead here at home in Game 3. Face-off control by the Kings and neutralized as they bring it in. Gavrikov poked to the near side. Gavrikov out in front. Jeannot, a shot, sticked aside by Stuart Skinner. Keeps it in to the Kings. Turcotte on the point. Fires a shot off a body. High off the window, stays in play. And again, the Kings able to keep it in. Spence on the point. Gavrikov tipped away. And Turcotte gets it down low. Helenius into the slot. Back up to the point. One-timer deflected out in front. Turcotte keeps it alive. Edmondson now on the point. Clark shot. Blockered away out of play by Stuart Skinner. What a look there from the Kings, and Skinner battling his tail off to keep it out of the net. And that one deflected out of play off his blocker. Stuart Skinner battling and battling and battling in the slot. Another face-off in the defensive zone for Edmonton, and they win that face-off. And they'll get it out with Victor Arvidsson. 2 goals tonight. Arvidsson fires, stopped by Kumpler. Comes with the near side. Edmonton keeps it in the slot, denied by Helenius. And Turcotte able to get it out up ahead. This is Jeannot. Jeannot floats it in deep. Darnell Nurse is there for Edmonton. Arvidsson feeds it up to Podkolzin, who floats it to the near side. Podkolzin, centering pass, Draisaitl on the one-timer, denied by Kumpler. What a look, and what a stop by Kumpler. Right on the doorstep was Leon Draisaitl. Face-off coming in the Kings zone this time. Controlled on the point by Edmonton, and then a turnover. Good stick there by Foegele and Trevor Moore. Up top to Deneau, Philip Deneau. Centering pass to Foegele, stopped by Skinner. And Edmonton's able to get it out. Here's Janmark. Brings it up ahead for the Oilers. Henrique now, a shot. Blockered aside by Kumpler. Comes to the near side, and Trevor Moore has got it. Brings it up ahead for the Kings. Trevor Moore centers himself. Good block out in front, and Skinner says no. 7:02 to go in the second in the 2-goal game. A lot of action continuing to happen on both ends of the ice. Face off here in the Edmonton zone, controlled by the Kings. On the point, it's Gavrikov. Good block out in front. Into the slot, Kempe. Kempe, a shot, glove down by Stuart Skinner again. Skinner is playing very well in this second period. A lot of open looks there for the Kings, and he just continues to hold his ground. Hyman now 11 hits in these playoffs. 6:50 to go in the second. Face-off again controlled by the Kings. On the point, it's Spence. Down low, Kempe. Denied again by Skinner. And another stoppage, 6:44 to go in the second. And the Kings continue to pressure the Oilers' defense. Face-off, not very cleanly won by Edmonton there, but they finally get it out of the zone, and it's intercepted in center by Kempe. Kempe floats it back to Gavrikov. Kempe disrupts the interception attempt. Kopitar brings it in. Kopitar stoked to the far wall. Down low, Kempe. Back up to the point. Gavrikov. Kopitar into the slot. Disrupted, it comes to the near side. Nugent Hopkins is there for Edmonton, and he gets it out. Ekholm to the far side, Connor McDavid. McDavid making some moves. McDavid down low, intercepted on the inside by Gavrikov. And Adrian Kempe will bring it up for the Kings. Up ahead, Kopitar. Now Fiala lets it fly, stopped by Skinner. And Bouchard recovers the rebound for Edmonton. Battle for it along the boards. Kopitar for the Kings floats out to Zach Hyman for the Oilers. And Ekholm will bring it up. Here's Kapanen. Now Jones on the trailer. Back in and try now. Kapanen recovers. Back up to the point. And Kulak lets it fly. Tipped into the glove of Kumper. Somehow finds it up the deflection and stops play with 5:05 to go in the second. Face-off controlled by the Kings in their own end. They'll get it out. Laferriere. Laferriere dangles, fires, Skinner gloves it. And another stop for Stuart Skinner and another stoppage of play. 4:52 to go in the second. Face-off controlled by Edmonton in their own end. Emerson feeds it up. Watch out for the official there as Jones feeds it in along the boards. Ferrier will start the breakout now to the near side. Quentin Byfield. Byfield down low. Stopped on the doorstep by Skinner. Byfield tried to win the race for the puck, and he takes a hit. And watch out. Numbers for the Oilers. Jailbreak. Perry drops it off for Jones. Denied by Kumper. Inside now. Draisaitl stopped by Kumper again. Loose puck in the slot, and Kumper somehow stops it from going in. What a play there by the Kings goaltender. Face-off in the Kings' end. Controlled by the Oilers on the point, Emberson. Now Arvidsson with it. Arvidsson to Draisaitl, who couldn't get a clean one off in the slot that floats behind the net. Anderson battled for it along the boards with Victor Arvidsson. Turcotte gets it out for the Kings. Doughty floats it up ahead to Janot. Feeds it in deep. 3.5 to go, second period. 5-3, Edmonton has the lead. Leon Draisaitl. Centering pass to Podkolzin, a shot. Walkered away to the near side. Victor Arvidsson back up to the point and Nurse. Now Woolman with it. Turns it over to Fogle. He turns back for the Kings. Fogle feeds it in along the boards. Arvidsson wins the race for the puck. And Arvidsson will get it out with Woolman leading the charge. Woolman takes it in. Denied by Kumper. And he stops play again. 2:44 to go in the second. Kumper doing his best to keep the Kings in this game. A lot of good looks here for the Oilers. Face-off controlled by the Kings. Spence off the wall to Fogle. Fogle takes a hit as he feeds it in deep. Battle for it behind the net. Now to the half wall. Nurse wins the battle. And now a loose puck controlled by Janmark. That might be a penalty. It is. Another trip. And Edmonton for the third time will go to the power play. It's Warren Fogle again. He served the last penalty for a trip, and he gets called again. And another power play here for Edmonton, already leading by 2 in the final moments of this second period. Face off in the Kings' end. Man advantage for Edmonton. The McDavid line is in. And the Kings get it out. They'll bring it up shorthanded. Kuzmenko. Centering pass. One-timer denied by Skinner. The rebound. Another stop by Stuart Skinner. A shorthanded try there from the Kings, and Stuart Skinner holds his ground again. .205 to go in the second. 1:43 on the power play. Fiala, another stop by Skinner. Keeps it alive for Nugent Hopkins. Draisaitl, good stick on the center by Kopitar. Doughty brings it up shorthanded again. Fiala drops it off, intercepted by McDavid. And now Hyman brings it up. Man advantage for the Oilers. Feeds it in deep. Edmonton gets there for the Kings, pestered by McDavid. And the Kings will get it out again. A penalty is called on Edmonton. Fiala whiffs, touched by Draisaitl. And we're going to go to a 4-on-4. First penalty of the game called on Edmonton. It's on Leon Draisaitl for a cross-check. And there it is right there. The push in the back of Edmonton. So we'll go to a 4-on-4 for just over a minute, and then it'll turn into a Kings power play. Entertaining way to end this second period. 4-on-4. Gavrikov off a body in front. Kuzmenko now. Ekholm another block. Back-to-back for him. And Edmonton will bring it up. Ekholm, good stick there by Kopitar. Nugent Hopkins now off a body in front. Comes to the near side where Kopitar's got it. Battle for it along the boards. Spence to Kuzmenko. And Gavrikov feeds it up to Kopitar. Kopitar trying to outskate. Goes back behind the net. Looking for a center, but it gets cut off beautifully by Podkolzin. And they'll get it out. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 40 seconds to go in the period. Nugent Hopkins downstairs, disrupted, goes back wide of the net, and Podkolzin's got it. Back up to the point, Wallman, now Nurse. Nurse's shot denied, rebound controlled by Kumpler. So the 4-on-4 is over, and now it's a power play for the Kings. That'll wrap up this second period and carry over for a little bit into the third. Faceoff controlled by the Kings. Byfield brings it up. Power play for the Kings. Byfield drops it off for Moore. Moore dangles, fires off a body. It's Nurse who gets the block. Henrique tried to feed it out. It's flagged down. Byfield down low. Now to Clark. Intercepted on the inside by Nurse, and that'll do it for the period. What a game this has been. Edmonton has a 2-goal lead. A power play carries over to the third for the Kings. Trying to get back into this game in Game 3. Round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs from Edmonton, Alberta. It's the start of the third period here from Edmonton in the Rogers Place. Game 3. Oilers lead the series 2-0. They lead the game by 2. It's a power play for the Kings to start the period for 30 seconds. Trying to get back into this game. Fiala to the other side and Downey. Now Kopitar downstairs. And intercepted by Nugent Hopkins. It floats to the near side. Emberson gets disrupted, but Ekholm's got it. And the Oilers will get it out of the zone. Final seconds of the power play as Janmark feeds it in. Doughty right on the doorstep. That was dangerous. Janmark keeps it alive. Back to full strength, the Oilers. Emberson. Janmark button hooks back. Floats it to Hyman. Intercepted on the inside by Fiala. Now Janmark gets it back. That one goes just wide. And Fiala's got it off the boards and out. For the Kings, it's Doughty. Doughty. Kempe, the trailer, couldn't get a clean one off. Hyman takes it off his stick and turns back for Edmonton. Here's Arvidsson. Victor Arvidsson downstairs. They score! Connor McDavid! What a feed by Arvidsson! And Edmonton leads by 3. Connor McDavid right on the doorstep coming down the lane. That's the wrong guy you want to have doing that. And Connor McDavid makes it a 3-goal Edmonton lead to start this third period. .41-14 mark. McDavid the goal. 6-3 Edmonton. Doughty feeds it up to Fiala. Kings desperate for some momentum. Byfield fires, saves Skinner, rebound controlled by Stuart Skinner. Face-off controlled by the Oilers. Here's Arvidsson, who has 2 goals tonight. Arvidsson dangles. Arvidsson to the center. Off a body in front. Fiala turns back the other way for the Kings. Wraps the boards. Nurse wins the battle. Battle for it along the goal line now. Woolman battles for it with left Ferrier. Floats out to Fiala. He gets disrupted by Darnell Nurse. And he turns back the other way for Edmonton. Arvidsson feeds it up. Here's Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires. Tipped away. Loose puck in the slot. He does a snow angel and it goes just wide. And Trevor Moore recovers for the Kings. Nearly the dagger there from Edmonton. Early in this third as Fogle feeds it around. Victor Arvidsson will start the breakout for the Oilers. Centering pass disrupted. Spence has it. Now Gavrikov. Gavrikov takes a hit in front of the bench. Spence feeds it up to Philip Deneau. Philip Deneau, a shot stopped by Skinner. 16:44 to go in the third. Edmonton, a 3-goal lead, threatening to go up 3-0 in the series. They won the first 2 games in Los Angeles. Now back on their home ice. Looking to take dominating control of this series. Here's a turnover. Janot keeps it in, and it's off a body in front. Floats out to Clark. Down to the point, Edmondson takes it in, and that one goes just wide. Skinner sticks it aside, Emberson's got it, and Edmonton clears the zone. Up ahead, Perry. Perry centering to Jones, a shot, good blocker save. Stays in play, Perry. Wraparound try to the inside, good stick by Edmondson. And McDavid keeps it in. McDavid to Perry. Now to the point, Emberson. Down low, McDavid disrupted by Edmondson. And it goes to the near side. Connor McDavid into the slot. Whips on the shot attempt, and Janot takes it away from behind. Hellenes feeds it in for the Kings. They need a goal and quickly if they want to have a chance to come back in this game. Hyman to the other side. Nugent Hopkins stays on sides. Nugent Hopkins, what a stop by Kuemper, who gloves it down. 15-18 to go in the third. 3-goal Edmonton lead. Face-off control by the Kings, and they'll get it out. Kopitar. Tried to get his way around Bouchard. Good defense there by Evan Bouchard. Connor McDavid to the near side. Zach Hyman working it down low, tried to feed it in to Nugent Hopkins. He gets it back to the point. This is Bouchard. Lets it fly, stick to side. And McDavid's got it downstairs. Backhanded try by Nugent Hopkins. Is stopped by Kuemper. .35 to go, third period. Face-off control by the Oilers. A shot off a body in front. And Anderson's got it off the wall. Philip Deneau gets hit, and that causes an offside. .6-3 Edmonton. 14:25 to go in the game. Face-off in neutral ice, controlled by the Kings. Doughty will start the breakup. Gets disrupted as he can't even get it across the blue line. Doughty backtracks in their own end. Good defense here by Edmonton. Anderson will try to finally get it out, and they can't. Foegele now finally brings it in. And then he gets pestered, and it comes right back out. Good defense by Edmonton. Henrik takes a big hit in center. Anderson feeds to Doughty. Now they get it in. Trevor Moore, and another stick there by Ekholm. Trevor Moore keeps it alive. Bouchard takes it away in the slot. And Edmonton will turn back the other way. Perry feeds Henrique downstairs. Jones denied. Rebound controlled by the Kings. And Doughty will bring it up Fiala. Fiala to Byfield. Byfield dangles. Fires one wide of the net. And Bouchard's got it along the boards. Now Henrique feeds it up to Perry, who will bring it up. 2-on-2. Perry. Now a third guy. Ekholm on the trailer. Denied. And it goes to the far side. Kings will get it out. Here's Byfield. Gets around one man and then pestered along the boards. Oilers change as Byfield feeds to Doughty. Lets it fly off a body. Comes to the near side. And Edmonton gets it out. Here's Kampanen. Kampanen off a skate out in front. Kampanen gets it back as they battle for it along the far half wall. Victor Arvidsson now battles for it, and Byfield gets away with the loose change. Fiala takes a hit, gets knocked down. To the other side, Leon Draisaitl. Watch out. Draisaitl on the trailer. It's Nurse. Downstairs, goes wide. Comes to the near side, controlled by Kopitar. Kopitar gets it out with Ferrier. To the center, and Kuzmenko. Down the slot. Kuzmenko, wide rebound. Skinner somehow keeps it out. 11:34 to go in the third. And it's still a 3-goal game. Nearly 50 shots on goal for Edmonton in this game. Face-off control by the Kings. Spence, what a stop! Going up to get it is Stuart Skinner. 11:28 to go in the third. Face-off coming in the Oilers' end. Kings desperate for a goal. Face-off controlled by the Kings. On the point, it's Spence. Down low. McDavid, the defense there. He gets knocked down, but he saved a try there in center. Zach Hyman to Nugent Hopkins. And Kuemper makes the save. Kopitar gets knocked down. Penalty called. And it's going to go on the Oilers. And a big power play upcoming here for the Kings. A cross-check is called on Zach Hyman. And there it is right there on Kopitar. So Zach Hyman will serve the penalty. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. And a big power play here for the Kings trying to get back into this game. They trail by 3 here in the third. Just over half the period still to be played here. 3-goal game. Face-off controlled by the Kings. Trevor Moore. Byfield now on the wing. Down low, Foegele. Foegele downstairs, denied by Skinner. And the Oilers will bring it out. Nugent Hopkins up ahead, short-handed for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins denied by Kuemper. And the loose change controlled by Foegele, and Byfield now up top. Byfield brings it in all by himself. Byfield, the shot, they score! Quentin Byfield puts it in. It's a power play goal for the Kings, and they're back within 2. Much needed goal for Los Angeles. Quentin Byfield puts it in. He lasers that one past Skinner on the stick side. And here we go, 2-goal game now. See if that changes the momentum here in the third. Byfield's goal comes at the 49-23 mark. Fogle and Kumper get the assists. And Nugent Hopkins brings it up to McDavid. Now Hyman, a shot, gloved down by Kumper. So we'll see if the Kings can get some momentum, try to spark a comeback. They're now down by 2 here with about half the period still to be played. Face-off. Controlled by the Kings. Turco brings it up here for Los Angeles to the near side. This is Gavrikov. Floats into the slot. Turco denied by Skinner. And it goes to the far side. Connor McDavid battles for it with Jeannot. Ekholm now there, trying to get the loose change. Jeannot wins the battle. Jeannot wraps around the net. Back up top. Gavrikov lets it fly. Goes wide. That comes to the near side. Hellenis taken away by Connor McDavid. And now here comes Ekholm back the other way. Here's Zach Hyman. Hyman, a shot, stopped by Kumper. And he'll stop play with 9:33 to go in the third. Face-off controlled by the Kings. Battle for it along the near half wall. Kopitar escapes the pack. Up ahead, here's Adrian Kempe. Kempe downstairs. Kuzmenko just wide. Skinner might have gotten a piece of it. Spence back up to the point. Gavrikov. Now Kopitar in the slot. Blocked out in front. Kuzmenko keeps it alive. Now Gavrikov has it float out of the zone, and the Kings will have to reset. Gavrikov skates all the way back. Kuzmenko now to the near side. Clark off the wall. Kopitar. Kopitar centering. Kempe stopped by Stuart Skinner. 8:36 to go in the third, and you can feel the momentum shifting the Kings' way. Down by 2, they need another goal. Just over 8.5 to play here. Face-off controlled by the Oilers. But Colson to the near side, Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson dangles, drops it off. Draisaitl goes wide. Arvidsson along the boards, back up to the point, and Kulak. Penalty called, and it's going to go on the Kings. Cross-checking again the call, and it's called Kevin Fiala. And a big power play here for Edmonton, trying to put this game away. Kevin Fiala serves the penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Not a good spot with the Kings down by 2. The Oilers are going to try to put this game away. Face-off comes in the Kings zone. Henrique against Byfield. Controlled by Henrique. Nugent Hopkins downstairs, intercepted by Anderson. Anderson circles back, turns it over. Brown inside. Henrique denied by Kumper. What a stop by Kumper right on the doorstep was Henrique. Minute 48 to go in the power play. Face-off controlled by the Oilers. On the point, Nugent Hopkins. Now Bouchard. Walker aside by Kumper. Henrique now gets it taken away by Kempe inside, and Edmondson will bring it out. Here's Kempe. Short-handed are the Kings. Kopitar, a shot saved by Skinner. And he'll stop play with 1:29 to go on the power play. 7:42 to go in game time. Face-off comes in the Oilers' end. Kings short-handed, lose the face-off. Here comes Connor Brown, who has a goal. Here's Victor Arvidsson, who has 2 goals. Downstairs, disrupted by Gavrikov. Floats back behind the net. Brown and Anderson battle for it. Kicks to the near side now. Arvidsson is there. Arvidsson drops it off to Bouchard to the other side, and Brown And he gets disrupted by Fogle in the slot, taken away by Quinton Byfield. And the Kings will bring it up shorthanded again. Byfield fires, saved by Skinner. Comes to the near side, Bouchard gets it out for Edmonton. Here comes Zach Hyman. Hyman working it with Draisaitl. Good blocker save out of play by Kuemper. 42 seconds to go in the power play. Kuemper doing his best to try to keep the Kings in. The power play going against him right now. 2-goal game. Kings need a stop and they need a quick goal. Face-off control by the Oilers. Nurse lets it fly and another stop by Kuemper. .650 to go in the third, 2-goal game. Face-off in the Kings' end again. Power play continues. Darnell Nurse into the slot. Another blocker save by Kuemper. Pressure is on here for the Oilers, but they get it out. Philip Deneau. Short-handed are the Kings. Spence sticked aside. Lafreniere couldn't get a clean one off. And Nurse takes it away for Edmonton. Final 13 seconds of the power play. Draisaitl fires. Saved by Kuemper, and Spence recovers the rebound. The Kings are going to wind down the final seconds of this power play. They feed it in deep, and the Kings are back to full strength. 6 minutes to go in a 2-goal game. McDavid feeds it up to Hyman. Centering pass intercepted by Clark. On the near side, Fiala into the slot. Fiala backhanded try denied. And Wallman recovers the loose change. Up ahead, Jones. 2-on-2. Jones into the slot. Denied out in front. Edmondson got a piece of it on the way through. And Hellenis feeds it up to Jeannot. 5.5 to go. Jeannot sticked away. Ekholm gets it in the slot, controlled by the Oilers. And here comes Perry back the other way. Perry feeds it in deep. Arvidsson feeds it around the boards. Jeannot gains control. And the Kings will get it out. Good stick there by Wallman. Hellenis keeps it alive for the Kings. Lets it fly. Good save by Skinner. The rebound floats out to Adam Henrique. And the near side, a turnover. Kings have to tag up. Clark playing at the red line. Now Kopitar. Kuzmenko brings it in. Kuzmenko downstairs. Back behind the net. Wraparound. Looking for a center. Out in front. Anderson off his skate in front. And Janmark gets it out for Edmonton. Henrique now back the other way for the Oilers. Henrique fires. Save. Kuemper. 4:12 to go in the third. It's starting to get down to that point for the Kings where you got to start watching Kuemper. And when will the Kings put the extra attacker in is the question. Face-off controlled by the Kings, and then a turnover. Connor McDavid downstairs. Hyman denied by Kuemper. Nugent Hopkins now back up to the point, disrupted. It floats out of the zone. Edmonton will have to tag back up. Here's Kulak, who brings it back in. Kulak looking for a center. Downstairs on the doorstep, in the slot, denied. And that one goes wide of the net. Doughty gains control for the Kings. Up ahead, here's Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko disrupted by Kulak. Good defense there by Edmonton. 3.5 to go. Nugent Hopkins dangles, fires, save Kuemper. Anderson recovers. Anderson to the center, and Doughty now up ahead. Kevin Fiala. Fiala to Byfield. Byfield a shot denied. Rebound out in front. Loose puck in the slot. And Skinner holds his ground with 3:01 to go. Got to keep your eyes on Kuemper. He stays in his net for now in a 2-goal game with 3:01 to go. Byfield wins the draw. Doughty blocked out in front beautifully. And now up ahead, here's Evan Bouchard. Oilers trying to put this game away. Good stick there by Anderson. Byfield works it in, centers to Fiala, into the slot, backtracks, Byfield, denied by Skinner. They score! On the follow-up, Laferriere puts it in. It's a 1-goal game here in Edmonton. Laferriere in the right place at the right time. And the Kings are back within one in the final minutes of this game. The Kings were down by 3 in this third period to start. They're back within one with just a few minutes left. And this one, all of a sudden, is coming down to the wire. Third point of the playoffs for Laferriere. 6-5 Edmonton. 2.5 to go in a one-goal game. Victor Arvidsson takes a hit. Kings gain control. See when they empty their net here in a one-goal game. They stay in for now. Deneau disrupted by Draisaitl from behind. Up ahead, Podkolzin. Podkolzin whiffs on the shot attempt. Good stick from behind by Trevor Moore. 2 minutes to go. A turnover in neutral ice, and now the Kings gain control. Gavrikov nearly turned it over. Spence gains control. And now the Oilers just looking to waste time. Trevor Moore brings it out for the Kings. Foegele brings it up on the near side. Foegele looking for his center. Drops it off for Moore on the goal line. Back up top, Gavrikov. Downstairs, Foegele. Backhanded try off the goal post. Minute 20 to go in the third. And it floats out of the zone. Victor Arvidsson is there for the Oilers. He gets knocked down. Crowd wants a penalty. No call. Kings bring it in. Gavrikov drops it off for Byfield on the trailer. Big stick out in front. And Henrique gets it out. Under a minute to go. Henrique brings it up. Drops it off, waits for help, wastes time. Henrique fires, saved by Cooper. 50 seconds to go. And now the next time the Kings bring it in, Cooper will for sure head to his bench, and they'll bring the extra attacker in. .50 seconds to play, and a one-goal game. Face-off control by the Oilers. Ekholm Bouchard, one-timer blocked out in front. And now here come the Kings, and here comes the extra attacker. Turco inside, Jeannot just wide of the net. Ekholm gains control for the Oilers. Kings desperate to try to keep it in. They're wasting time. Comes from the near side, Kopitar escapes the pack into the center, downstairs. Loose puck in the slot, goes to the far side. Jeannot's got it, 28 seconds to go. Oilers gain control, Brown back behind the net. 23 seconds to go. Ekholm gains control for the Oilers. Empty net for the Kings. Battle for it along the near boards. Under 20 seconds to go. Kings escape the pack. Anderson. Jeannot blocked out in front. Goes behind the net. 12 seconds to go. Jeannot to the upside. Doughty. Final seconds wind down. Jeannot trying to keep it in. Perry gains control behind the net. The Oilers have it. Final seconds wind down. Offsides is the call with 2.9 to go in the third. And it all comes down to a face-off, and one shot is all that's left for the Kings here in Game 3. Face-off controlled by the Oilers, and that'll do it. Game 3 belongs to Edmonton, and they take a 3-0 lead in the series. Comeback effort falls short for Los Angeles. They were down by 3. They made it a one-goal game, but at the end of the day, the Oilers survive and take a 3-0 lead in the series. Edmonton wins a thriller. 6-5 the final score from Edmonton. And it's a 3-0 series lead for the Oilers as the Kings are in desperation mode here on the road. Your final score once again, 6-5, the final from Edmonton. Good night from Alberta. What a game. What a series for Edmonton here against the Kings.